Hi, welcome to my 1 hour all levels flow class. This is a fairly simple sequence, in other words, not too choreographed, nothing too elaborate or fancy in here. And the intention is that if you're an advanced practitioner and if you're very familiar with the postures, you can add anything as you go if you're feeling inspired, or if you are more new to Vinyasa yoga, you can just settle into the sequence as we go. I do have a Spotify playlist that I used when I was teaching this as well. And if you want to do the Spotify alongside so that you have the music to listen to, you can see the link that I'll put in the description. So I will cue when you can set that up, and you'll have the music to play along, and we'll be abiding by all the copyright laws. One thing that I didn't mention in the teaching that I just want to remind, at any point if you would like to come into a rest, you don't have to wait for me to cue that. Just come onto the mat into your child's pose or hang out in a down dog and skip any of the vinyasas or any movements that do not feel right for you. So I hope you enjoy. If you are using the Spotify playlist, go ahead and hit play now. And settle into your child's pose. Settle onto your mat. Separating your feet, if you choose, or keeping your feet touching. Knees, mats width distance. Or they could be touching underneath your chest. And start to settle into your breathing. Feeling the rise and fall of your inhales and your exhales. Start to land on your word of intention for your practice. And I always encourage, this isn't something that you have to overthink. Just whatever kind of trickles up for you right now. It could be focus, energy, clarity. Let's start to arrive on that word, and repeating that word to yourself. Take a full inhale through your nose. And open your mouth and exhale. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, even all the way off your mat. Stretching out your left side body. Feeling the expansion in your ribs as your left hip guides down. Again, take your full breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, slow motion, walking your hands to the opposite side through the center of your mat, all the way to the left side, coming off of your mat. Noticing if this side is any different. Take one more full breath in, and then come back through center, grounding your forehead into the earth for one final inhale. And open your mouth, relax the jaw, exhale. Finding your puppy pose, your hands walk forward off your mat. Your hips stack over your knees, your shins move to parallel, and feeling the openness of your heart as your chest melts down towards the earth. I like to leave my forehead grounded here, but some prefer the chin if it feels safe for your neck. Take one more final breath here in this pose. And as you exhale, walk your hands all the way back to your knees, sitting onto your heels. Now bring your hands to your heart center, softly closing your eyes. Feel a lift in your heart, a lift in the crown of your head. And find that word of intention again. Repeating that word to yourself, take your full inhale. And your exhale. Finding your tabletop. Plant your hands down on the earth, shoulders stacked right over your wrists. Hips stacked right over your knees. Feeling length in the spine here. And there's a broadening of the chest. Taking cat and cow on breath. Inhale to lift your gaze, drop your belly. And exhale to round the spine, lifting the belly button all the way up to the sky. And pause here for a moment. And walk your hands one handprint closer to your knees here. And just staying here to really feel the expansion in your back. Now on breath, an inhale brings you forward, lifting your eyes. Exhale, rounding your spine, your cat pose. Again, inhale brings you forward like a wave, cow pose. Exhale to round the spine. Taking this in your own rhythm, inhale, and exhale, rounding the spine. Introducing any other movements that feel right for you, maybe neck circles, maybe hips side to side. Maybe you spin your fingertips towards the back of the mat to stretch out your wrists. Indulging in this and making it your own. Now, when you're ready, come back to your neutral spine, your tabletop. Take a full breath in here. And as you breathe out, downward dog, tuck your toes, your hip creases guide you up into your upside down V shape. Now, finding your roots here, it's the four corners of your palms that root down into the earth. And often we like to kind of roll out onto the outside edges of our hands, really plug down the first knuckle into the earth. Feel an engagement of the fingers into the earth. And feel the balls of the feet rooting down. Maybe a little softness in the knees. Maybe walking out the dog, softly bending one knee and then the other. Now really taking a full breath in through your nose, exaggerating the inhale. And open your mouth, rinsing it all out, an audible exhale. Take a breath in. As you exhale, baby steps up to the top of your mat and separate your feet all the way mat's width distance. Hang heavy in a rag doll. You can clasp opposite elbows, or I like to place my hands at the base of the skull, gently encouraging the neck to open so the crown of the head releases towards the earth. And as you bow to yourself, you are honoring yourself. Give yourself credit for taking the time for this home practice today. Take one more full breath. And release your bind and toe heel your feet together. Inhale to find your flat back position. Your hands come to your shins. And find a glass of water on your mid-back. So pinch your shoulder blades together. Rock your weight into the balls of your feet. Your next breath out, bow over your legs. Repeating that inhale to your flat spine. Exhale, bow forward. One more time, inhale, flat back. And exhale, bow. This time, inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. Reach your arms overhead. Interlace your hands at the top, release the first. Take a breath in. As you exhale, take this over to the right side like you're arching over a beach ball. A lift in your eyes, a lift in your heart. Take a breath in. As you exhale, slow motion, take it over to the other side. Feeling that long line of energy from your grounded foot all the way up the outside ribs, out your fingertips. Take one more breath. And come back through center, lifting up in your eyes and your heart. And exhale, bow forward. Some half sun salutations. Inhale, flat spine. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. Lift your eyes, lift your heart. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale, your flat spine again. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. And exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, flat spine. Feel your core engage here. Exhale, bow. Inhale, sweep up, grow a little bit taller. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. This time, plank pose. Plant your palms, step it back. Setting up this foundation here, length in your neck. The crown of your head reaches towards the front of the room. Your heels reach to the back of the room. Your core nice and engaged so that your pelvis is not sagging to the earth and not hiked up. Now take one full breath. As you exhale, downward dog, your hip creases guide you back to that upside down V shape. Inhale to lift your right leg to the sky. Now as you breathe out, open up your hip to the right side wall. Your right hand is going to want to peel off the earth and really plug that hand down into the earth and square your shoulders to the front of your mat. The twist comes entirely from your torso and opening into your hip, rotating the knee up to the sky, or you can keep that leg straight. Take one more full breath. As you exhale, step your foot between your hands and drop your back knee. Hands come up to your right quad here, finding your hip flexor stretch. So gently bringing your body forward and flexing the left glute here. Taking a side body stretch, reach the left arm overhead and reach it over to the right side wall. One more breath. And turning this into a high twist, reach your left hand forward and your right arm back, twisting over to your right side wall. And making this dynamic on breath. Inhale, come to center, sweep both arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale, twist. Last time, inhale, center. And exhale, twist open. Inhale, center. And this time, as you breathe out, plant your palms or your fingertips on the earth, tuck your back toes, step back to downward dog. Inhale to your high plank position. Drop your knees and untuck your toes. Taking a modified vinyasa, lower all the way to the mat. Your elbows graze your ribs. Chest and belly hit at the same time. Inhale to a gentle low cobra. Your forehead lifts, your heart lifts, your kneecaps lift. Exhale through your tabletop to your downward facing dog. Full breath in. And open your mouth, relax your jaw as you breathe out. Inhale to lift your left leg. And taking that hip opening to the left side this time, again, really rooting down in that left palm. Encouraging the twist from your torso, opening up the hip, the knee pointing straight up to the sky, and bring a little energy into the foot. Take one more full breath. And as you breathe out, step over a big puddle, step your foot between your hands, and drop your right knee. Hands come up to your left quad, setting up this hip flexor stretch. It's your right glute that you tighten and engage here. You'll notice this changes the stretch in front of the right leg. And reach your right arm overhead, taking it over to the left side wall. Melt your right shoulder down away from your ear and lift your eyes. Turning this into a twist, your right hand reaches forward, your left arm reaches back. And let's make this dynamic again. Inhale, sweep both arms overhead. And exhale, open to the left. Inhale, center, lift your eyes. Exhale, open. Last time, inhale, center. And exhale, open. Inhale, center, shine your heart up. And exhale, plant your palms or your fingertips on the earth, tuck the back toes, step it back, downward dog. Taking your vinyasa, inhale to high plank. You can modify again, dropping the knees and tucking the toes, or lower to your low plank, 90-degree bend in your elbows. Inhale to a cobra or an upward facing dog. And exhale, hip creases and core guide you back, downward facing dog. Full breath in. And open your mouth, deep exhale. Now that our hip flexors are warm, taking a sun salutation B. Full breath in. As you exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to your flat spine. Exhale to bow over your legs. Toes touch, heels an inch apart, and drop into your chair pose. Just one breath. Tuck the sacrum. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale to your flat spine. Exhale, step to plank or hop to your low plank. Take a full breath in. Exhale to lower, low plank or the mat. Inhale to your upward facing dog or your cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale lifts your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, set up your feet for crescent lunge. Back heel is lifted. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale brings you down. Step your foot back, down dog. You can stay here or take the vinyasa. Inhale to high plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra, always available. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Breathe out, step up, crescent lunge feet. Inhale, rise up with strength. Shine your heart up. And exhale brings you down. Plant your palms. Pluck the foot off the earth and step it back to your down dog. Again, option to stay here or take your vinyasa. Inhale to high plank. Exhale to low plank. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to downward facing dog, rolling over the toes. A full breath in. And open your mouth. Let it all go. Notice the difference. in the quality of your breath as you've dialed in the quality of your mindset. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, find your flat back position. Imagine that glass of water on your mid-back. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale up to your chair pose. This time, 5 strong breaths. Your inner thighs knit together, so strong. Melting down of your shoulders. The core engage for 3. For 2, drop a little bit deeper. Feel your strength. Last breath in. And fold forward. Inhale, flat spine. Exhale to plank. Take a breath in. Exhale to low plank. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to downward dog. Inhale to lift your right leg to the sky. Now exhale, knee to nose, take your plank shape, really curling up the knee. Inhale, extend your leg back. And breathe out, step up again for your crescent lunge feet. It's a breath in that rises you up to your crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Here for 3 this time. Last breath in here. And opening up to your warrior 2. Your warrior 2 alignment, your back foot parallel with the back edge of the mat, or maybe your toes point slightly in. Aiming for 90 degrees in the front knee, and the knee, look down at it. Make sure it's not collapsing in. We're guiding the knee towards the baby toe. And be aware, the shoulders hiking up. Can you really melt the shoulder blades down? Feel the fingertips shine to the front and the back of the room. Last breath in. Deepen your lunge and lock your legs there. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Lift your eyes up to the sky and remember that word of intention. Full breath in. As you exhale, windmill all the way down to the mat. Downward dog. Inhale to your high plank position. Exhale to lower. Inhale to upward facing dog. Really shine your heart. And exhale over your toes, down dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose, plank shape. Inhale, extend it back. And breathe out, step up, find your roots. Use your core strength to rise up to your crescent lunge. For 3. Bring some energy into the hands and the fingertips. Find your point of focus. Last breath in here. And open up your warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Finding the inner rotation of your right thigh and your left thigh opening out. Feeling the rooted down energy in your right foot. Take a full breath in. Deepen your lunge as you exhale and keep that lower body locked as you reverse your warrior. Lifting your eyes, melting the left shoulder down away from the ear. And again, it's your word of intention. Take one more full breath in. As you exhale, windmill all the way down to the earth. Pluck the foot off the earth. Step back to your downward dog. And maybe you stay right here. Or inhale to your high plank. Exhale to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Again, noticing the change in the quality of your mindset, quality in your breathing. And let's take this sequence on breath. Full inhale. As you exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to your flat spine. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, sweep up to chair. Exhale to bow forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to plank. Take a breath in. Exhale to lower. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Now stay with me. Exhale, knee to right elbow, plank shape. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, knee to nose, plank shape. Inhale, extend it back. And exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend back, really shine your leg. And exhale, step up, crescent lunge. Inhale, lifts you up. And exhale, open to your warrior two. Inhale to reverse your warrior. And exhale, windmill all the way down to the earth. Pluck the foot, step back, downward dog. Stay here or vinyasa. Inhale to high plank. You can always drop the knees. Exhale to lower. Inhale to your up dog, opening the heart. And exhale to downward facing. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to left elbow, plank shape. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, knee to nose, plank shape. Inhale, extend it back. And exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend back again. And breathe out, step up, set your roots. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, Virabhadrasana. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, windmill, all the way down, downward dog. Stay here or move. Inhale, high plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, up dog, onto the shoelace parts of your feet. And exhale, downward facing dog. Here for 5 breaths. Taking anything you need. Maybe it's a child's pose, maybe it's a dolphin. Just noticing as you reset. And if you're not there already, making your way back to your downward dog. Getting ready to transition into some chair twists. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to your flat back. And exhale, bow over your legs. Toes touch, heels an inch apart. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Now here, let's bring this into a downhill skier, really firing up the legs, dropping your seat. Your forearms can come to your quads. Just remember, not dumping weight into the forearms. And in fact, challenge yourself by bringing your fingertips out towards the front of the room. For 3. For 2. Last full breath. And bow over your legs. Inhale to your flat back again. And exhale, bow. Inhale up to your chair, dropping your seat, feeling the core nice and engaged. Bring your hands to your heart center. Setting up a twist to the right side. Feel your low body locked as your torso comes forward and rotates over to the right side. Keeping your hands at prayer, go ahead and look down at your knees, that they're perfectly in line. Your left knee probably wanted to jut forward. And then really guiding your heart open to meet your thumbs. For your last 2. Full breath in. And bow over your legs, separating your feet, hips width distance here, hanging in a ragdoll. You have options. You can clasp your elbows, you can clasp your hands at the base of your neck. You can even find a shoulder opening, clasping your hands behind your back. Making this your own. But wherever you are, really work to let go of the neck, let go of any tension in the cervical spine. Maybe swaying side to side. Take one more breath in. And release whatever bind you have and toe heel your feet together. Inhale to your flat back position. And exhale to bow over your legs. Chair pose again, dropping your seat. And then bring your hands to heart center, twisting over to the left side this time. And again, look down at your knees. Be aware if that right knee wanted to come forward and guide it back as if you have that ruler in front of your kneecaps. Be aware if the heart is wanting to collapse forward and really open it up towards the left side wall. For 3. For 2, don't forget to breathe. Inhale, twist a little bit deeper. And exhale, bow over your legs. This time, setting up a yogi squat. Separating your feet hips width or even a little wider than hips width. Pointing your toes out to about 45 degrees is a nice place to start. Working to ground your heels into the earth. So if you need to support yourself with blocks, that's a good option. Aware if your knees are guiding in and gently encouraging them out. I like to do this by placing my forearms on the inside of my inner thighs or knees. And just for 2 more, feeling the opening in the hips. 1 more breath. And now slow motion, folding forward, coming off your blocks if you're there, and slowly finding a forward fold again. Again, releasing the neck, toe heel your feet to center. Inhale to your flat spine. And exhale to bow forward. Inhale, sweep all the way up to standing. Interlace your fingers at the top, release the first. Exhale, take it over to the right side, 1 breath. Inhale to center. Exhale to the opposite side. Inhale to the center. And exhale, bow forward. Inhale, flat spine. And exhale, step back to your plank. Maybe you stay in your plank. Or take your breath in. Exhale to lower. Inhale to your upward facing dog. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale to lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to right elbow, plank shape. Now stay in your plank. Bring the knee to your left elbow. Now back to your right elbow and extend your leg back. Step your foot between your hands, rise up to your crescent lunge again. This time exhale, open up to your warrior 2 and straighten the front leg to reverse your triangle. Your right arm reaches overhead. Your right shoulder melts away from the ear. And as you lift your eyes up, reminding yourself of your intention right here. And let's find a bind by wrapping the left arm around the low back. opening up the left shoulder. Take one more breath. And triangle pose. Reach the right hand towards the front of the room as the left hips guide to the back of the room. And as if you're between two planes of glass, the right hand could be lightly on a shin or on a block behind your shin. We just want to make sure that the heart is not collapsing forward, so opening up the heart towards the right side wall. Take one more breath in. And a little softness to rise back up to standing. Now turn your toes to face the left side wall here. And dig your fingertips into your hip creases. Lift up in the crown of your head and your eyes. And then fold like a piece of paper from those hip creases with a nice flat back. You can release your hands down to the earth now. And rock your weight into the balls of your feet. Be aware if you're dumping weight into your heels. Rocking your weight a little bit forward. And now, walk your hands over to your left foot, bending the left knee. And this is Skandasana pose. You can either come on to the ball of the left foot and the heel of the right foot, or keep both of your feet grounded. Play around with whatever feels right for you. Your hands can be at the earth for balance, or you can bring your hands to your heart center. Let's make our way over to the other side. Walk your hands through center and come over to your right foot. Again, you can play with coming onto the ball of the right foot, having the right foot grounded, your hands on the earth, or hands at your heart center. Now taking this on breath. Inhale to come through center and exhale over to the left foot. Inhale through center, exhale to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. Inhale center, last time, exhale to the right. Inhale center. Now this time, toe heel your feet in slightly, bring your hands to your hips. Little softness in your knees to rise up with a flat back. Use your core strength to lift you up. Now, turn your 10 toes to face the front of the mat and step your back foot up so it's in a short warrior one stance. So that's stepping up about 1/3 of the way. And your back foot pointed at 11 o'clock. Bring your right hand to your hip and reach your left arm overhead, and maybe bringing a block with you if you choose. Setting up a revolved triangle. Reach your hand or the block to the front of the room and place the hand inside the right foot. Travel your right hand to the sacrum as you start to twist over to the right. This getting the stretch on the outside of the right hip, the glute. And the hand at your sacrum really encourages a flatness there, as if you had a glass of water right there. And your back foot firmly rooted into the earth, and if it's peeling off the earth, go ahead and step it up about 6 inches. Now take one more breath in to open up your heart towards the right side wall. And then just melt over the front leg as you exhale. This is a pyramid pose. Blocks on either side of the foot can feel really nice. See if you can release the neck here. Take one more breath. Now bring your hands to hips, softness in both of your knees to rise up to standing. Use your core strength. And then from here, finding a tree pose. So rooting down into your right foot, bring your left foot to your shin or your inner thigh. Just not right on the knee. Your hands can be at heart center or extending them up to the sky. Last breath in. And mountain pose. Inhale to sweep your arms overhead. And exhale to bow forward. Inhale to your flat spine. Exhale to plank. Hold here for your breath in. Exhale to lower. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to left elbow, plank shape. And again, stay here in your plank. Bring the knee to your right elbow. Back to your left elbow. And extend it back. Now step it up, root your feet for your crescent lunge as you rise up. And open up to your warrior two. Straighten the front leg to reverse your triangle. And now finding your triangle pose. Reach your left hand to the front of the room, your hips guide to the back of the room. Remember, we're between two planes of glass here, so be aware if the seat is jutting out or your heart is collapsing forward. Last full breath in. And softness in the left knee to rise back up to standing, your warrior two. This time, turn your 10 toes to the wall, the right side wall. And we'll find a horse pose. So turn your toes out, about 45 degrees here. And then a tuck in your sacrum to drop down. Be aware if your knees are collapsing in and gently guide them out and feel your core engage, your sacrum tucked for 5. For 4, drop a little deeper. For 3. For 2. Last full breath in. Now slow motion, straighten your legs, reach your arms overhead, lift your eyes, lift your heart, find your word of intention. And turn your toes to the front of the room, finding that short warrior one stance again, stepping the foot up quite a ways. So the back foot is pointed at 1 o'clock here. Setting up your revolved triangle, it's your left hand at your hip this time, your right hand reaches up and out. Place the hand on the inside of the left foot, travel the left hand to the sacrum as you twist open to the left. Lengthening the outside of the left hip this time. One more breath in. And fold over the front leg. Releasing the neck. And then bringing your hands to your hips, a little softness in both of your knees, coming up with a flat back. Use your core strength. Making our way into our final standing posture, our tree. Rooting down in your left foot, your right foot steps to the inside of your shin or your inner thigh. Again, your hands can be at heart center or extending them overhead, growing your tree. Finding your balance in your roots and the shining in the crown of your head and your heart. Last full breath. And find your mountain pose, spinning your palms forward, lifting the crown of your head, grounding down in the feet. Last moment in your standing pose. Inhale to sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Push away the walls, open up the heart as you fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, step back to plank. Hold here for your breath in. And exhale to low plank. Inhale to your upward facing dog. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale to your high plank. And holding here for 3, for 2. Last breath. And just find your tabletop pose. Extend your right arm forward, spinning the palm to midline, and extend your left leg back. Be aware if your left hip wanted to hike up, and encourage it down so that there's a glass of water on your sacrum. Now take a breath in. As you exhale, bring your elbow to your knee under your belly. Make a cat shape in your spine. Inhale, extend, grow long. Exhale, knee to elbow. 2 more. Inhale, grow long. And exhale. Last time, inhale, grow long. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen. And this time you can stay right here or reach back and clasp your ankle, opening your heart up to the left side. Take one more full breath. And come back to your tabletop, just kind of resetting. You can rock your hips side to side before taking that core balance on the opposite side. This time it's your left arm that reaches forward, your right leg reaches back. And setting up your hips, take a breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee, arching the back. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more, inhale, lengthen. And exhale. Last time, inhale, lengthen and grow a little longer. And exhale. This time, inhale, lengthen. And you can reach back and clasp your ankle. Or just practice your balance. Last full breath in. And re-extend and come back to your tabletop. When you're ready, downward facing dog. For hip opening, setting up our lizard into our half pigeon. Take a breath in to lift your right leg to the sky, and maybe you open up the hip just as you did the start of practice. When you're ready, setting up your lizard, stepping your right foot to the top of the mat, and then toe heel the foot out to the right side edge of the mat and drop the back knee. You can keep your right foot grounded or move onto the outside edge of the right foot like you're opening a book. And I like to kind of lift the left knee off the earth and inch it a few inches back towards the back of the mat. And you can stay lifted or fold forward, coming onto blocks, playing with the height of the blocks. But here, trying to keep a nice long spine here. So try to avoid collapsing and just curling forward. Keep length in your spine and your neck. Feeling the melting in the opening of your right hip. And let's bring some breath into this. So your next breath in, root the foot if it's not already, and kind of bring the knee towards center a little bit. And then exhale, open onto the outside edge of the right foot. Inhale to center. Exhale, open and melt. One more time, inhale, center. And exhale, open. This time, just lifting your torso up and making our way into half pigeon. You'll toe heel the right foot all the way across the mat, all the way until your right knee is in line with your right wrist. Your right thigh bone is going to be parallel with the right edge of the mat. And we want to avoid just sitting onto the right glute. We want our hips nice and square, so even if that means that you have a block underneath your glute, go ahead and lift up in your heart, and maybe you just stay right here. Or, if you'd like, you can fold forward to whatever degree feels nice for you. If you'd like to take this a little bit deeper, we can turn this into a twist. You'll bring a block in front of your right knee and bring your torso up, twist over so that your left elbow is on a block. And then make a fist with your right hand pressing into your left palm. Twist over to the right side. Wherever you are for 5 more breaths. Last full breath in here. And exhale. Lifting your torso up. Tucking your back toes. Pressing your palms into the earth. Lift your knee to your core. And step back to your downward facing dog. Any transitions that feel nice for you here. If you want to open that hip up towards the right side wall again, you can do so. That vinyasa is always available. When you're ready, transitioning to the left side. Inhale to lift the left leg up, and maybe you open the left hip. And step the foot up to find your lizard lunge. So toe heel the left foot out to the left edge of the mat, drop the back knee. And the left foot can be rooted on the earth or open onto the outside edge of the foot. Again, try to find that long spine. Avoid curling into this pose. And bringing some breath into our lizard. Inhale, bring the foot to rooted. Exhale, open onto the outside edge of the foot. Melt the hip open. Inhale to center. Exhale, open. Inhale, center. And exhale, open. One more for good measure. Inhale, center. And exhale, just melt a little bit deeper. Inhale, center. And this time, toe heel the foot all the way to the right side of the mat. This is like a little transcontinental voyage here. All the way until your left knee is in line with the left wrist. Your left femur parallel with the left edge of your mat. And ensure that your hips are nice and square. Puff up the heart. And you can fold forward if you choose, but remember, that's not mandatory. And if you would like that twist again, it's the block in front of your left knee. And then just lift your chest up so that you can twist to put your right elbow on top of the block. Make a fist with your left hand pressing down into your right palm and really encouraging the heart to open up to the left side. For 3 more breaths wherever you are. Last full breath in. And coming out of whatever variation of your half pigeon you have chosen. And making your way back into your downward dog. Anything that you need here before transitioning onto your back. Walking your feet all the way through your hands, coming onto your seat. And just setting up for one bridge pose. Setting yourself up, your feet hips width distance apart, lifting your pelvis up to the sky. For 3. For 2. Last breath. And release down to the earth. Rock your knees side to side. Just avoid pulling your knees into your chest after back bends. So rocking them side to side can be a nice way to reset. And then bring the soles of your feet together and open your knees up. Place one hand at your heart, the opposite hand at your belly. Feeling the rise and fall of your breath. Then hug your knees into your chest. Extend your right leg down the mat. Hug your left knee into your chest and then roll over onto your right side. Bringing your left knee all the way over to touch the earth. And use this base to twist open. Opening your left shoulder back down to the mat. It probably won't touch. Extend your left arm out to the side, maybe your gaze over the left hand. Your last breath. And come back through center again. Give yourself a nice big hug. And taking this twist to the opposite side, it's your left leg that extends down the mat. Your right knee tips over to the left side, all the way to touch the earth, and then start to open your shoulders. Bringing your right shoulder down to the mat. Your arm extends out. Your gaze over your right hand. Coming back, remembering that intention that you set right at the start of your practice. Take one more full breath in here. And come back through center. Give yourself a hug. And if you do have a yoga block, placing a block underneath your sacrum and extending your legs up to the sky. Or you can simply extend your legs up to the sky, or if you're by a wall, extending your legs up the wall can be a really nice option here to close. When you're ready, you could stay here as long as you'd like, or find your Shavasana, extending your arms and legs, finding a place of stillness in your body, in your mind, in your spirit, And taking more of an observer role with your breath, as if you're just watching your inhales and your exhales pass like clouds, like water. And staying in your meditation for as long as you choose. If you find your mindset wandering, coming back to your word of intention and repeating that to yourself as you take your inhales, letting it echo as you take your exhales. And thank you for practicing with me today, and namaste.